afternoon. I'm Mara Schiavocampo at ABC News headquarters in New York with a digital report on this Sunday afternoon. We begin in France with a massive national day of unity. An estimated 1.3 million people pouring into the streets of Paris, a show of solidarity and defiance after the terrorist attacks in Paris this week. World leaders standing shoulder to shoulder, taking part in the march.
The importance of today is to show solidarity with the French people and the French government after the appalling attacks in Paris. We're here to demonstrate that we all stand for the values of democracy, of freedom of expression, of tolerance.
Also present, family members of the victims, some wearing Charlie Hebdo headbands in honor of the murdered journalists killed by gunmen with links to Al-Qaeda. ABC's Alex MARQUARDT joins us now live from Paris with the very latest details. Alex.
Good afternoon, Mara. We're out on the Place de la République in central Paris. This march ended an hour and 15 minutes ago, but as you can see, the crowds haven't really dispersed. As you said, 1.3 million people, the largest march in French history. It drew 44 world leaders, according to French officials, among them Prime Minister David Cameron of Britain, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. With those types of numbers, with those kinds of dignitaries, you're going to have a lot of security measures, an extra 5,500 security personnel deployed, not just along the parade route, but all across Paris. This was supposed to be a silent march, and for the most part, it was, except there were these spontaneous bursts of applause to remember those who have been killed over the past week. One moment really striking me today when there was a convoy of police vehicles driving through a crowd, and the people lining the sidewalk burst into applause, a kind of thank you for the past week. Of course, many of the signs that we saw today were "Je suis Charlie," I am Charlie, kind of the war cry that we've heard since the massacre at the Charlie Hebdo headquarters on Wednesday. But there were other signs as well. I am Jewish, I am secular, I am a policeman, which was just showing that this wasn't just about Charlie Hebdo. This was about France as a whole, about the attacks on the Jewish community in that kosher grocery store. It was really a spectacular display of unity this afternoon. Mara?
Yeah, absolutely. And amazing pictures there. Alex, let's talk a little bit about the investigation and the hunt for that female fugitive who is believed to be linked to the gunmen. Is there any progress on that front?
Well, her name is Hayat Boumediene. She is the girlfriend of the terrorist who attacked that kosher grocery store on Friday. We have learned from French officials that she was not in Paris, in France, really, when the attacks went down. She had traveled to Spain, then to Turkey, and then down to the border with Syria, which is extremely porous. And we understand that on Thursday, the same day that her boyfriend killed a French policewoman, she crossed into Syria. And if she's in Syria with people of her ilk, Islamic extremists affiliated with the Islamic State, no one's going to be able to get to her. This is very much a country on edge. Of course, there's huge relief that this saga is over, that those terrorists have been killed. But at the same time, there is still fear that there could be more incidents like this one. French officials, the French president, warning that this threat isn't over and asking the French people to stay vigilant. Mara?
Very, very real concern. ABC's Alex MARQUARDT live in Paris. Thank you, Alex. ABC News is monitoring these developments around the clock. To get updates on this story, star them on the ABC News phone apps. Tom Llamas will have a complete wrap-up later on World News. For now, I'm Mara Schiavocampo in New York. Have a good day.